Arenas is a 3 to 6 player game where players battle to death on a circular board with movable plates. The board is divided into 12 areas. There are movement, disaster, character, weapon, equipment, and area cards. For every new game, the 12 disaster cards are placed randomly face down, one in each area on the outer ring. The same thing is done with the weapon cards, 5 for each area. Players pick up one of the character cards randomly and a player piece. Each player card has its own unique ability. Some of them, like the healer card, affects team members as well. Players don't have to reveal their unique ability until it is used. The player who gets the piece with one dot on it starts first. The player with number 2 on it goes after him, and so on. All of this is done so that the game is a little different every time it is played. All the players start in the center circle. They all get 3 movement cards and 10 health pieces. To move, a player plays one or a combination of movement cards. The cards used go to the bottom of the movement card pile. After every round, when all the players have played, they get to pick up one movement card. A player can only have 3 movement cards at one time. As such, if a player has 3 or more, he must discard the extra cards and put them back into the movement card pile. To pick up a weapon from an area or get back a health piece, a player must remain in the same area for 2 rounds. A player can only carry 2 weapons at the same time. If a player picks up an armor card, he gets an armor piece, which basically gives him an extra health point. If a player picks up a rotate circle card, he can use this during his turn or at the end of the round to rotate the movable plates to his advantage. He may use this card to go attack another player or escape from a disaster or a player. After every round, an area card is flipped over. This shows the area where the disaster is going to be activated. Flip over the disaster card in that area, and if any player is in that area, he is affected according to what is stated on the card. However, if you have formed a temporary alliance with another players, most disaster cards do not affect you. For example, in this case, nothing happens to the players if they are in an alliance. The flipped over area card is placed at the bottom of the pile, thus giving players a chance to start guessing the areas that are going to be activated after a few rounds. To initiate a battle, you must land in the same place as the person you want to attack. Everything zooms in on the action as you switch the gameplay to the hex battle boards. Once a battle has been initiated, players in the battle get to pick up movement cards until they have a total of 6. However, once they run out of movement cards, they must wait until the other player has run out of cards before they can pick up more cards. Being in a team helps during battles as well. You can use your team member to flank an opponent. If an opponent isn't facing you, he does not have the chance to defend your attack. Attacking is based upon the weapon cards you have. Each weapon card needs a player to get a certain die roll, and they need to be within a certain range. If the player defending gets a higher die roll than the one attacking, the attacker misses. This goes on until one of the players die or escapes. A player can escape if their health drops to 3 health points or lower. To escape the board, just use the movement cards to get off the hex board. Be careful during a fight if you have a team member. They can betray you and attack you instead. Doing this makes the player getting betrayed automatically lose 2 health points. Once the battle is finished, you return to the main circular board. The game continues on until only one player is remaining.